Hey, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Myra Ansari here for Wave Now. We are going live to Elizabethtown, where police are warning people about Percocet pills that could be laced with fentanyls. The pills in question are clandestine Percocet 30 tablets. Police believe that there could be still more on the streets. That's why they're issuing this warning today. It's a very urgent thing that they want to get out. They're asking people to have open and honest conversations with family members, especially young children, who talk about, so you can talk about the extreme dangers of taking any medication that is not prescribed by a licensed physician. Apologize to you all if I'm a little all over the base. I'm trying to make sure that I get you the stream as they come up to the podium. So anyone with these pills is asked to surrender them to a trusted adult or law enforcement immediately. So again, they are issuing a warning today about this. In this link on this stream, I've posted some information that is from our website, wave3.com, to give you a little bit more background on this. So we are just waiting for police to get started here, but wanted to bring this to you because, of course, we want to get the word out to make sure that no one gets hurt, no one dies. So we're just waiting for Elizabethtown Police to give us more information. So please stand by as we wait for this press conference to start. And also the reason why police want to get the word out about this, because they believe that the pills could be connected to a recent death in the area. So again, that is a huge concern. So again, we're just waiting for Elizabethtown Police to give us some more information about these Percocet pills that apparently are laced with fentanyl. They believe that it's connected to a recent death. Wave News reporter Fernando Garcia Franceschini is monitoring this press conference for us in E-Town, and he's going to be covering the story for us today. The Elizabethtown Independent School Superintendent, Paul Mullins, is also encouraging parents and guardians to have an open and honest conversation. Sorry, our photographer's clearing out his memory card there, about this medication and the dangers of it. So just wanting to keep people posted, as we wait to get a little bit more information. So please stand by for me here. Thank you, Kathy, for watching. I appreciate you see your post there on YouTube. Again, we're just waiting for this press conference to start with Elizabethtown Police, giving us some more information about these Percocet pills that apparently are laced with fentanyl, which is a huge concern, of course, for people in that community. Apparently, they believe that these pills are connected to at least one death in the area. So the superintendent of schools there in Elizabethtown and police are issuing this warning, especially to younger kids, to make sure that if you're not prescribed these pills, Percocet pills, from a proper medical doctor, or proper prescription, a proper pharmacy, to be aware of these dangers. And sorry, the picture's stuck on me right now, just waiting.
Good afternoon. Thank
Here we
everyone
go.
for coming. My name is Chris Denham. That's spelled CHRISDENHAM, Public Affairs Officer for the Elizabethtown Police Department. The reason we've reached out to you all is for information sharing purposes only. I'm not going to speak any specifics of an investigation as it is ongoing. We have a bad batch of clandestinely made Percocet 30 tablets circulating in this community. Those tablets have resulted in multiple overdoses at this point. It is an active investigation, and I am just urging the public that if you're struggling with any type of substance abuse, there is help available to you. There is help within communities. You can reach out to the help.org website. There is help available. You can reach out to law enforcement. Look, we are here. We are a member of you, okay? We want to support you. Our goal is not to arrest anyone. Our goal is not to incarcerate people for prolonged periods of time. We want to help you. These clandestinely manufactured tablets, they look much like the tablets that are manufactured in a legitimate pharmaceutical operation. They have subtle differences. They're maybe not as crisp. I do have a couple of different examples that I'm going to show you, and just to point out, this is directly from the DEA's website. This is an image of a clandestinely fabricated Percocet 30 tablet. This is a legitimate Percocet 30 tablet. Very, very similar. So my point in saying that is, if you're abusing illegal drugs, you may think you're ingesting a Percocet 30, when in reality you may be ingesting a clandestinely made tablet that contains fentanyl. If you are in possession of any of these tablets, I would urge you to reach out to someone you trust. Certainly, if you're a juvenile, reach out to a trusted adult, a parent, a family member. If you're an adult, the same thing. Reach out to someone who can help you. I'm asking you to proactively surrender these tablets so they can be properly disposed of. Again, our goal is to not criminally charge anyone. If you're a student at a school, you will not face any type of administrative discipline. We want to get these off of the streets so they do not cause any additional overdoses. Christmas break starts for these kids in just a couple of days. We want everyone to go on Christmas break safely, healthy, and return to school at the conclusion of the break. I'll take some questions if you have any.
Are you able to tell us what the drug might be intended for that people would have it?
It's a narcotic.
So it's not like
A Percocet is a narcotic, okay? But these clandestinely fabricated Percocet 30s, they likely contain fentanyl.
You say it's being associated with multiple overdoses so far. Are you able to give us a specific number of how many overdoses those are?
I don't know right now. You know, overdoses, unfortunately, in this community and other communities surrounding us are a fairly common event. So I don't have the exact number that we can directly correlate to these specific tablets.
You've mentioned children and juveniles a lot. Is there a reason you're particularly worried that high schoolers could be getting into this sort of thing?
Well, so often, as we're all aware, I mean, it's recreational drug use is on an uprise here in this country. And, you know, kids, it starts there in the school and the school-age kids, and they are oftentimes ill-informed of the realities of an overdose and what they look like. Overdoses are often fatal. And just imagine the void that it would create in the family members' lives should something happen to them. Everyone is impacted by drug abuse. I personally lost a good friend in March of 2016 from a drug overdose. Great guy. Looking at him, he was a good-looking guy, fit. You would have never suspected that he was struggling, and he passed away as a result of that overdose. So it impacts everyone. It's nothing to be ashamed of. Again, there's help available. Reach out to those resources. Take advantage of it. It's not an easy process, but there is hope.
In the initial release, you said it was linked to a fatality. Are we able to confirm that now?
I'm not able to confirm that for certain. We suspect that the fatality involved one of these clandestinely fabricated Percocet 30s.
How did you guys discover this?
I'm not going to comment on any specifics of the investigation. Again, the purpose of this is just to share information and encourage people to do the right thing. If you know something, say something. It's not being a snitch, it's saving a life.
You showed us the examples with the pictures. Would you be able to point out what are the differences?
I can. I mean, they're very subtle. Looking at the clandestinely fabricated Perc 30s pictured here, they're not quite as crisp if you look. There's some edges that aren't quite as crisp as that of the legitimately manufactured. And at the conclusion of this press conference, I'll give each of you the opportunity to take a look at these and take photos should you need that.
Anyone who might have information for them forward, is there a way they can do that anonymously during the peer plan?
Sure. You can share that information for students. You can share that with school staff. It can be relayed to us. Another option is through Hardin County Crime Stoppers. Phone number to Hardin County Crime Stoppers is 818-597-8123, or you can visit p3tips.com and relay that information to Hardin County Crime Stoppers. If you opt to go the Crime Stoppers route, the tipster, should their tip materialize and lead investigators to some information concerning this investigation, they are eligible for a cash reward of up to $1,000, depending on the circumstances surrounding that. And again, I'll say that number so you can write it down if you need it. It's 1-800-597-8123, or you can visit p3tips.com.
Like I said, you want to get these off the streets, and you want people to turn these into use so they're out of harm's way. I mean, how much prepared is it for a police department to go ahead and get this sort of leverage or this leeway of, we want to get off the street, keep it to us, we won't get in trouble?
This is a proactive effort to save lives. If we catch you and we find them on your person days later, you don't have that same exemption. If you walk into the police department and say you'd like to surrender these tablets, I can tell you that you will not be held criminally responsible for that. So is it rare? Maybe, but it's necessary. Lives are far more important than an arrest.
Do you have an estimate of how many there may be circulating?
I don't know, unfortunately.
And is there a way for people to use drugs that are not prescribed to them safely? Or is this something where you're always taking a risk?
Bottom line is this: if you're not prescribed medication and taking it as though the prescription indicates from a legitimate physician and obtaining it from a legitimate pharmacy, you're running a risk of something bad happening. And again, I want to reiterate, just because you know that it came from a legitimate pharmacy, that does not mean you're safe to take it. If you're not taking it in compliance with what the bottle says for the intended patient, the results could be fatal.
Have you seen something this dangerous in E-Town in recent years?
Unfortunately, this cycles from time to time. And it's not just Elizabethtown. I mean, it's a national epidemic.
You mentioned schools. Has there been any increase at any schools?
So today we reached out to both of our local school systems, both Hardin County and Elizabethtown Independent Schools. And I can tell you that students in grades 6 through 12, all Hardin County students have had a quick seminar shared with them that we were a part of, along with other school resource officers from other agencies in the county, just educating them on the risks of drug overdose.
Have any overdoses been at any schools or high school students?
Not today, no.
Is there any extra words that you have prepared to say that school has taken the time to inform children about this? But what do you want parents to do?
The conversation starts at home, right? The conversation, it's not a comfortable conversation. Everyone hopes and prays that it doesn't become them. But the reality of it is, every time someone fatally overdoses, they have family that also hoped and prayed it wouldn't become them, and it becomes their reality. It's a very harsh reality. Have the conversation now. It may be uncomfortable, but it will save a life. People keep saying it could save someone's life. No, it will save a life.
Are you partnering with any other surrounding counties, maybe like the metro? Are they seeing this at all?
This is a national issue. I mean, we're in constant dialogue with our partnering law enforcement agencies, but this is a national issue.
Anything else you want to add that everything?
I don't have anything further. I just want to reiterate the importance of proactive education. And then on our end, if proactive education doesn't work, proactive enforcement, and we're going to continue that. Yeah, thank you. Would anyone like to take a closer look at these for a picture or anything for your story? I'd be glad to provide that.
Folks, thanks so much for staying with me during this press conference. You just heard from Elizabethtown Police talking about these dangers of these fentanyl-laced pills that are floating around in their community. Wave News reporter Fernando Garcia Franceschini is following this story for us. He's going to have much more coming up throughout the day. Have a great day.